Hey everyone, Corrie here, coming in to do the monthly channel messages. Trying to get these out. I am in the first few days of February, so trying to get them through. This one is going to be for Cancer. Please remember this does not replace any medical, psychological advice that you've been given. And you also get a complimentary cat in your sessions today. So in your monthly today. So today we are working with this energy of Mercury taking a shift, and I'm not an astrologer, but I know a little bit. And so we got some room to breathe here for a few weeks. So Cancer, this also may depend for you of where Mercury sits within your birth chart. And if you are a cross watching and a message seems like it's for you, then you were in the right spot today. But also if this is for your rising, then there may be something of what now is an opportunity for you to rise into, like something that you've been, feeling like I just kind of don't know what I need to let go of or what I need to do. And it just might feel like you might get a little bit of inspiration. And yeah, so what I'm picking up for Cancer is there's eyes watching you. I'm like, there's eyes watching you. I feel like somebody is watching you, or something is like somebody is watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. So it's either in the way, this could be in the way of curious, or this could be in the way of feeling like, almost like, maybe they don't like you. Maybe they got maybe there's like some sort of like sense of jealousy, envy, insecurities. I don't know, but something is coming up around that energy a little bit there for you. And so something is there. Yeah, I don't know exactly yet, but I'm just sketching it out. This kind of stuff I do as I talk. I write, I sketch, I write as I talk. And so I just have this sense of, like, I see these round eyes. I see eyes looking at you. And so this could also be the eyes of spirit, the eyes of guides. It could be the eye, it could be the eye of protection. So it could be the eye of protection, but there's something looking in on you, looking at you. So if you're, trust your own guidance, trust what's coming up for you, what it feels like for you, or what you're feeling like. It could be that you just feel like, God, you know what? I feel like I'm just like something is always protecting me. Somebody's watching over me. And that very much is happening as well. I do have the sense of something about like, if you have a sibling on the other side, or if you have a sibling who is like not well at the moment and just, in that in-between world, I just feel like we're picking up spirit here. So we're picking up some spirit information. I feel like there's like somebody who's like in between two worlds, and they're just telling us that I'm fine, I'm okay. I also have Archangel Michael coming up very much for you this month. So I have Archangel Michael coming, and this is where I'm wondering about the eye thing, and if it's the eye of protection, because I'm also getting the sense of Archangel Michael, and I feel like Archangel Michael is here in protection or to provide strength. And so that sense of being protected, or needing some sort of protection or some sort of strength for something that is either upcoming or something that's present, but I don't feel like it's fully present for us yet. I'm not picking it up as being fully here. So this could be a mid-month to end month type of thing that's coming in. I am pulling in the masculine energy. So our emotions in the masculine energy and the rise of the masculine energy. And this is also being recorded right in the time of our feminine energy being so powerful, but it's a sense of like stepping into. So there is a tree of life. Where did that just come from? I got all of this energy. So it's not that I'm reading astrology or reading your monthly charts. I'm reading the energy. So as the energy is coming, I'm getting the energy, and then I try to put these stories together somehow for you. So I have the tree of life. So I feel like there's something family dynamic or family changing or shifting, or the sense of like wherever, whatever eyes have been on you. I feel like there might be some sort of like sense of something coming out of the woodwork or something coming out of the dark. But I also feel like we're picking up something around family or passings, or someone on the other side that's just saying, during these challenging times, I am with you. Also to be aware of the prying eyes coming in. And I got this sense of like, I'm seeing corn in a corn husk. So corn growing in a field. I'm seeing corn growing in a field. So I know that's something that is tied to a symbolic message for us, and I don't know why I keep having to do this, but looking up these things. So spiritual meaning. And so dreams, following your dreams, living your dreams, field of dreams, like the movie Field of Dreams. Even if everyone in the family or everyone else thinks you're crazy, thinks there's something wrong with you, thinks there's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And please remember, this might not resonate with everyone. It's not replacing any medical, psychological that you have, but why are you doing this? It's like somebody's trying, like that sense of like, they're watching, like, what is she up to? What is she doing? Or he doing, he, she, whatever, however you identify. I'm just using language for communication. And so there's this sense of like following your dreams or following through something that seems like it's like impossible, or that it's like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. And so, and just following that through. It's like, corn is useless and useful. It's like, it's not good for, it doesn't really do anything for our health, but it does a lot of other things. It has great purpose and it makes good popcorn. But it's on the husk is what I'm getting. It is raw. It is still there. It is still attached to the root. So this feels like something that you're still working on, or something that is new that is coming up. And protection. I keep getting protection. I know in like in witchcraft, like in magic, in witchcraft and like Megan stuff, in pagan stuff and all that thing. I think it refers to if it's protection, right? So I'm actually so but this feels very symbolic. And I don't know why I'm getting like a biblical search. I'm getting something connected biblical. If there's something very biblical to this, or meaning biblical stories, something that ties to looking up something that's biblical in a Bible. Apparently it's not mentioned directly in the Bible. Prosperity, abundance. And then I got to confirm, because I'm not sure. I don't know nothing. I'm just checking on the corn because I don't know what the corn really means fully, but I want to check in the, so I think somehow it does mean protection. I feel like it's connected to earth. I feel like there's something in birth or something coming to life is what I'm feeling around the Cancer energy. The corn is symbolic. So if you start seeing corn everywhere, or you start like, but this is about like following your dreams, the fields of dreams, and just knowing there's like some sort of like, the infamous fleur-de-lis. The fleur-de-lis is representation of the corn and is closely related to the higher self and the third eye of sacred sight. So you just can't make this shit up. Just can't make this up. I'm like, I see an eye. So this is what I got. I've been seeing an eye, and I know I'm on recording videos and I should be researched, but I do everything in the moment. I channel, so I never know what's coming. I trust as it's unfolding. So I am reading this from the Magic Kitchen. I'm reading this piece from the Magic Kitchen. This is right where I was guided. I trusted it. I opened it, and this is what it tells me. So it's themagickitchen.com. Corn teaches us the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. The infamous fleur-de-lis is a spiritual representation of corn. And is closely related to the higher self, or third eye of sacred sight, inspired by French settlers. In France and Europe, this symbol represents the saints and often depicted with a lily, and most predominantly in association with Saint Joseph and royalty. I've been working with Saint Joseph. How do I not know this stuff? I guess I'm not meant to know this stuff. I'm meant to only look it up, find it when it's needed, and trust where you look for it, this stuff. Trust where it leads you. And so I've seen the eye, I'm seeing all this, and it's in the third eye and in the vision, and trusting your dreams. And I've been working with St. Joseph for a while now. Something just hit my throat. Oh my guys, hold on. Okay, sorry, I start choking and hacking and coughing on that. Oh, so Cancer, we're right in the midst, and I obviously this all has to do with the reading, so I'm leaving it in. I have a Cancer moon. I have a Cancer moon, and I've been working with St. Joseph for a while, and the wise ones. And I feel like this is telling us that, we're right in the midst of life, of that life, death, rebirth. And as I'm right here in this moment, I know experiencing that in our own lives. And so this sense of, being connecting to our higher self and not to your emotional self, to not let yourself get caught. And when that corn dust is like, that's what it felt like. It just feels like someone just cut the corn down and now there's dust. And I was like, that's what it's like. Something just went at my throat and I couldn't get it. I couldn't breathe. It wouldn't come out, but we don't let that affect us. But I just feel like it feels like something is saying to truly just trust. Don't turn away. There's an opportunity or prospects coming in, strong masculine energy. And I also am drawing a book. So the saints, I know we have the saints with us. We have, when times come in of question, I always say, go to St. Joseph prayers. You can pray St. Joseph. And there's a ritual where you take St. Joseph and you do the prayers. And I think you take something symbolic of like a coin with St. Joseph or something on it and you bury it. And it brings about that sense of new prosperities, whatever new is to come to life. And so we're being told those things in the Cancer reading. The other thing, I have my corn husk that first looked like a lily to me, and then it formed into the corn, and then the book over here, and the letter F. And the letter F. So I don't know if you guys, any of you have a Frank or a Fred, or I have a Fred in the family, like somebody, but that's also coming up, and planting a seed. So then I have all these little seeds, and it's like planting a grain of seed. When you have that grain, when you have one little grain, when you have one seed, there's amazing what you can grow. So planting a new seed, Cancer, this is the month for planting a new seed, for truly just following your dreams, not to let yourself be, stuck in anything. And I'm just continuing reading a little bit here because there's something more I feel like that's in that writing. Yeah, longevity, prosperity, protection, and spirituality. So for some of you, I feel like you're just waking up. It also ties into our goddess energy, of course. And good luck. Good luck. It's the corn of protection. And this feels like some of this stuff is going to be awakening or coming through or helping you through, like through the season of the corn growth, like when corn is growing, when you see it actually come up, you may have to go through some challenging times or some different, or just keep believing, having faith. And so, you can use, just trying to, the corn silk is used for cysts and kidney conditions. Interest. Corn smut for hemorrhages and a lack of tone in the uterus. So it's that sense of that, giving birth. It's just like for fertility, to give birth and to be able to bring in the blessing. So I feel like for us, there's like some sense of blessing coming in. You can also hang up corn in your house, dried corn, but it is a seed. I feel like it's a seed, and planting a seed, that's what you're doing. And to truly just trust that what is being seen, trusting your higher self to connect and let your higher self step down and into you to be able to rise up and out of the emotional self. Because when you're walking around like, I got all this figured out and I'm doing everything and I'm all this and I'm all that, everything is going to crash and burn again. Everything will crash and burn. You will not get where you need to go. That's called ego. And when there's a difference in having confidence don't need showboating. And confidence doesn't need to trample anyone else. It doesn't need to belittle anyone else. So eyes are watching you to see how you react, how you respond, how you behave, what you're doing, and also just knowing that trust and faith comes in knowing that what is blessed and what is abundant and what is to come for us is not always from us. It is from that is rewarded for those that do the work that needs to be done. That's your message. Done. No, done now. It's like, but that's coming up in the way of just saying, it's like sometimes when we set our own dreams and we get so hardcore set into them, what you don't realize is that you may be limiting your dream, that what God has for you may be greater than what you think what you may be trying to plan for yourself. So to be able to set ourselves free of and just trust the symbolic, like this corn coming in, like me having to Google search and end up right on that perfect spot to find out that one little bit of message, to give you that bit of message. And so, what are we reflecting? What do we want to see in our lives, and what do we want to see reflected in our lives? So what are we going to, what are we reflecting out? Gratitude, appreciation, love, generosity. This is a time to really step into that energy, not to get big ego, not to think, oh, well, I'm getting all this and this is all happening because you're getting the attention that you want, or things are like, or you feel like things are like just blossoming, because the alchemy of it all is that we're here to master our emotions. And for you, Cancer, it's for you to master your emotions, for you to not let your emotions lead the show, for you to be able to master that journey, to also know that, not thinking that you have to become resentful that everybody's not on board with you, that you have that, but to not expect everyone else to be so excited for you, because a lot of people don't even understand you. So it's like, that's common. And so we have the creator of our world. You're the creator of your world. You get to create this. What comes in energy and in opportunities is, when we allow it, gives us the opportunity, but we can also fudge it. Don't fudge what's coming in. And so the desired reflection is the same thing. It's that illuminating little light. It's like, through all of this transformation, and a lot of the transformation we need to do is about the groundwork. It is not about the higher self. The higher self doesn't need improvement. It is the groundwork. It is the human that is within, that we exist within, and the stories, and that self that is seeking and searching approval, seeking and searching attention, seeking and searching all of those things, but also then becoming an awareness of what is my true self, and being confident in that true self, and being aware of that without having to be so, letting, because all of that false sense of self, that's insecurities and fears. So just having faith and just knowing, and that the eyes are watching. There's an angel right there. There's eyes looking in. We're being watched over to see how we react, how we respond, how we start to mature spiritually and emotionally on the other side of all of this that's happening, moving forward. So it's like, when the alchemist speaks, it doesn't walk around thinking, I'm all great and I'm all the angel. It just pushes, it pushes that aside. We let our humanness be seen. We let our authentic. And it's like her book is on that stump in a tree in the forest. It's like, when one tree falls, another one grows. But from this one right here is that we find purpose for all that has now passed, all that has now done. And we find purpose in using it to be able to help us to become more of the universal energy, to become more light and more love. And that's a part of the big journey that you're on right now, is for you to be able to set yourself free of some of those things. But there's good luck. There's good luck is on your side. There's abundance. There is a sense of wealth, and abundance doesn't always mean money. It could be everything you've always asked for, like love. It could be those things that are coming in. What is it you're seeking? What are you searching? And see, there's the eye again, the eye of the beholder, right? Which version of you is seeking and searching your dreams? Which one is taking action? Is it the one that still wants to prove to the world, or wants to say F you to the world? Let it be your higher self, your authentic, truest self. Let it be one that is of love, of kindness, of truth, that starts to walk forward. Anyone who is in that jealousy, that envy, or whatever, wherever somebody else is in judging and being critical, that's on them. That's something that's happening. So if it's you or somebody else, bring awareness to that attention and what it is this month, and acknowledge it for what it is. If there's that sense of just feeling like you kind of get disappointed when people are not as excited as you. Nobody's walking in your shoes, and nobody can. And so it's not that people are not happy for you. It's just people are, people are in different experiences. And so they may be happy for you, but they may be struggling in other areas of their lives. And so, that's where being humble and kind and gentle and remembering, your sense of how do I take some focus from me and put some focus in other things? And it's about being generous, being kind. And then the book. So I do have that book. It did come up in my other card there as well. So I have the book, and the book feels like it's coming up for me as a form of just saying, where are you right now in life? Right here is what matters. It's not about what was. It's not about, you got nothing to make up from the past, nothing else to prove. But what matters is what's right here, right now. I feel like you're on a new chapter, you're in a new page, and it's yours, and it's for you to start writing your own story and your own truth. Very positive energy, but with awareness is what I'm getting for you. If you want new starts and new beginnings, you have to let things in. Betrayal, deceit. Don't betray yourself. Yeah, don't betray yourself. Don't betray yourself. And I also got the Ace of Wands, and I feel like this is a part of that burning desire, that new beginnings, that start over, but it's in the hands of God. It's in the hands of, creator, source, whatever that is, in the hands of the guides, the angels, along with you then taking action. And then the Queen of Pentacles, and this Queen of Pentacles is that material world. And here's your beautiful peacock, and its feathers are down. It's that sense of but see the chest, the blue chest, the throat, opening up the throat for proper communication. There's a strong sense of that beautiful energy of transformation and growth. And it's, she's able to create her world. But I love how she looks. She's looking down at what she's holding. And as she's looking down at what she's holding, it's almost like she's very aware that what she's holding in her hands is so precious. It is so valuable. And it's like she just wants to do things right. So before the peacock feathers come up, before it rises, before it's all the way out there, she's being assured and aware of what it is that she's giving birth to, what she's holding in her hands, how sacred it is and how precious it is, so that it does not get, kind of lost in translation from imagination into creation. So sometimes we got to be a critic of our own whys and ask ourselves the real questions and be honest with ourselves. And this is where it also brings in Archangel Michael, that I still feel is very powerful. There is protection. I don't know where this comes in, but the need for protection, or that you're protected and safe as you step forward. But there is that protection energy coming in. And then also I pick up Archangel Raphael here with you. So there is some healing coming in. Being sure which version of you is moving forward this month. Big thing. Much love. And thank you for taking this crazy journey with me. I hope it resonates with you somehow, and symbolic to the corn, and that sense of you just feel like we just planted a new seed. Just trust it and open up your throat and open up your heart to receiving. And sometimes open throat is being quiet and just like really listening, becoming an observer, and allowing our hearts to open up to receive these gifts, receive what's coming in, and be available. You got to be available. Be available to the energy of what is here to assist and guide us. Much love. Have a beautiful month, and I will see you in March. Bye-bye.